last time. Some of them were asking for you.
Yeah, we are live.
Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Sweet.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone. This is Chakit. As
And
you guys,
hi, I'm Deeksha.
we are here to help you out with your IELTS preparation. Deeksha
Mm-hmm.
is here who's going to train you um for the IELTS, and whatever question you guys have, you guys can ask them in the comment section.
Mm, absolutely.
Over to you, Deeksha ma'am,
Yes.
for your
Hi,
class.
everybody. I'm Deeksha. Thank you so much, Chakit. And please pardon me for my throat. I would like to welcome you all the participants who are here, all the candidates who are looking for the IELTS exam. Today, if you were not there last week, we did reading section and we did true false not given. You may like to check out the video. We did hands-on practice with true false not given. And today we are going to be practicing matching the heading. So just allow me a moment. And till that time, you also grab your notepad. Um, I'll also share my screen and we're going to do hands-on practice for matching the heading. If you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. I shall acknowledge them and would provide the solution if you're facing any difficulties during your IELTS preparation. So, I hope you can see my screen now. Yes? It would be great to see you interacting with me through the chat box. And if there are any questions, I'm going to take them up. Also, let's start with how was your weekend? Yes? How was your weekend? I hope you can see my screen now. Did you have a great weekend? Hi, Akash. What are you practicing for, Akash? So matching the heading is quite matching the heading is quite a challenging task because you have paragraphs and those paragraphs can be very, very intensive, very, very detailed. So matching the heading does get a little challenging at this point in time when you have it in passage 2 or passage 3. As it is, passage 2 and passage 3 are a little challenging, right? So passage 1 is a little easier as compared to passage 2 and 3. So when you have a question like matching the heading, it can become even more challenging because if you are already practicing for academic test, the passages are long, they are very, very detailed, and they are research based and maybe completely out of interest. So to be able to answer such questions, you need to have strategies. Without strategies, you will get lost in the IELTS preparation. So let's start with the practice now. That's great, Akash. Congratulations to you on clearing your exam. And may I know what has brought you here to this channel, VAC Global? And I'm Deeksha. I'm an entrepreneur myself. Chakit here, who runs VAC, helps students with their study abroad, visa filing, giving you details of colleges, universities, selecting. Yes, and I will be helping you clearing your IELTS exam. Yeah. So together we will help your dream come true and we'll take you abroad. right? So you can, of course, get in touch with him and me for your needs. Moving on, matching the heading question. Matching the heading question looks like this when you have list of headings and you have sections. Can anybody tell me what is a section? What is this? Section A, section B, section C, section D. What is this? Yeah, these are sections. These are paragraphs. So we also call paragraphs to these sections, right? Now, paragraphs are actually questions in this scenario, in this question. And we are given list of headings. What we need to do is we need to read the paragraph and assign it a heading. Very simple. Yeah. It sounds very, very simple. However, it is not that simple when you start solving the passages. And I want to inform all the students here who are attending this live and you are practicing for IELTS that we are practicing directly from ethical sources, and this is one of the passages from Cambridge. If you want to check your level, where you stand, you must be practicing from Cambridge only. All right. On that note, let's understand when you have list of headings and if you see you have so many options, this question actually falls in the category of MCQ. MCQ means multiple choice questions. So you are also preparing MCQ when you are practicing matching the heading here with me. So we have sections, we have A, B, C, D, E, F is already solved. We'll take a look at it later. GHI, you have so many questions here. I'm sorry, I got a little cough. What we're going to do is I'm going to help you with some strategies here. So what are the strategies? Would you like to guess any strategies? Would you like to guess any strategies? Because if I take you to the passages and the paragraph here, you will see that paragraph is pretty long. You don't have that much time to read the entire paragraph. Understand. So let me write. What is it that you can't do? You can't read the whole paragraph. Then you can't understand because the clock is ticking and it is absolutely impossible for us to understand. And that too when you're a student, and that too when English comes to us as a second language. It is not our native language. So we do not have to understand the paragraph. We have to play very, very smart by following the shortcut. The shortcut is, and let me tell you that this is something that you're not supposed to do. Then what are we supposed to do? We're not supposed to read the entire para and we're not supposed to understand it. We are going to stick to our keywords, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to read the headings first. The first step for you is to read. Let me take you back to this slide where we have all the heading. The moment you receive the question, and if you want, you can practice this question after the class, my live is over. What we're going to do is we're going to read all the headings. After you read all the headings, you are going to underline and mark the essential keywords. For example, a fresh and important long-term goal. Charging. So what are we getting here? Some long-term goal. Let's see what is the long-term goal about. Charging for roads and improving other transport methods. Okay, so now we're getting some words here. Roads and improving transport methods. Changes affecting, some changes are happening which are affecting the distances, goods that may be transported. Again, we are talking about goods, transport, road. What else? Taking all the steps necessary to change transport pattern. Great. Environmental costs of road transport. Wonderful. escalating cost of rail transport. So far, it was road transport, and now I also see there is something related to rail transport. The need to achieve transport rebalance, the rapid growth of private transport. Wonderful. As you can see, now after reading the headings as your first step, now you're gaining confidence. Now you are getting to understand what are the paragraphs about. Now you know it's about road transport, and that too, when you come down to the last heading, it says EU. EU stands for European Union. So Europe. We're talking about transport system in Europe. Do you think you really want to understand the whole thing? You think IELTS Cambridge want you to understand each and everything? No. They simply want you to understand the keywords, match the keywords with one of the headings. On that note, we're going to move. So if you have any questions at this point in time, you can ask me. So the first step we do is we read all the headings. We are sort of skimming through the headings. We are reading the headings. Now, after reading the headings, we have filtered our brain with some information. We have put some information. We've given ourselves some information. Now, we move to the paragraphs one by one. I'll start with section A. Read the sections as you go, step by step. Yeah. And then you are going to read the headings and see which heading matches best with a particular paragraph. Let's get started. So, okay. Now, very, very important step. Are you going to read the whole paragraph? At this point in time, no. I would say no. You're not going to read the whole paragraph. We are going to just read the start and the end. I have been instructing my students this, and you know, when they start their practice, they are getting 3 on 8, 2 on 8 at the start. Slowly and steadily, on the third day or the fourth day of the practice, they are telling me, ma'am, I'm getting one wrong or I'm getting two wrong. Earlier, they were getting one correct, two correct. But through the pattern of practice and understanding the strategies better, they are able to score an 8 on 8 or a 7 on 8. So today you will see with this hands-on practice that even you are able to get better at this question. All right. It is hard to imagine serious economic development without an efficient transportation system. Look at the words here. It is hard to imagine serious economic development. We're talking about economic development without efficient transport system. So economy and transport system, although current information technologies can lower the need for physical transportation by facilitating teleworking and teleservices. I think we'll stop it here. Teleservices, the demand for transportation continues to grow. Now we'll read the last part. The number of cars on EU roads increased by 3 million cars each year from 1990 to 2010. And over the next decade, the EU will see further significant growth in its navy. If you really look at this, what are the words that you're getting? You're getting words like economic. And here it is talking about EU roads increased by 3 million cars. From here and over the next decade, you will see growth, further growth. Yes. And again, here they say information technologies can lower the need for physical. So again, it is talking about transportation continues to grow. Look at the words which are constantly being repeated. Those are called keywords. Those are called keywords. That means repeated terms are called keywords. Now what we're going to do is we're going to read our headings and we're going to see which heading is close to this paragraph which talks about growth. So heading number 1 is fresh and important long-term goal. No, it is not talking about goals. Charging for roads. It is not talking about charging. Changes affecting the distances, goods that may be transported? No, it is not talking about that either. Taking all steps necessary to change transport pattern? No, it is not talking about changes in the transport pattern. Environmental cost? No. Escalating cost of rail? Definitely not. The need to achieve transport rebalance? No, it is not talking about balance or rebalance. The rapid growth of private transport. Okay, now we got something. Growth. Because here also it is talking about continues to grow and there is a rapid growth. Do you see? The EU roads increased by 3 million cars. It is growing. So, the rapid growth of private transport. But we'll keep it in our mind. Let's read all of it and let's put a cross and then let's finalize the heading. Plans to develop major road network. No, it's not talking about any planning. Restricting road use through charging policies. Transport restricting road use. It is not talking about restricting the use, not at all. Transport trends in countries awaiting EU admission. No, it is not talking about transport which is awaiting any admission. So we have finalized. The correct heading is number 8 as a Roman number. And when you're actually doing this question in your real exam, you will see that, if you're taking a computer-based test, then this question comes as a drop down. So you select the option. And if you have to take the paper-based test, then you will write your answer as a Roman number. Roman number as in you're going to use V and I. The correct answer is number 8. Yes, do you all agree with me? Yeah? Yes. Now, on that note, let's move to the next paragraph. So, next paragraph is our next question. Question means keywords. Keywords means what is being repeated. What is the paragraph talking about? What is the central idea of the paragraph? Okay. Once you understand the central idea, now we read the headings and we try to decide on the heading. If you practice like this with me for 1 month, you are going to clear your exams with flying colors. You're definitely going to score an 8 band. Yes? All right. Let's read the second paragraph. It says, as far as freight is concerned, development is largely due to changes in European economy and its mode of production. This paragraph is talking about changes. The first line is about changes. Yes? If you have any questions, please drop your questions in the chat box. Yeah, and I will be looking at the chat box and I will help you wherever you need help. And please make sure that your questions align with what we are practicing. Yeah, these classes are especially designed to help test takers like you to clear your exams. However, if you have already booked your exam date, you can go for a proper batch with us. We have 1 month batches, 20 days, a month, and that's it. I'll talk about it more if you're interested. Yeah. All right. So as far as freight is concerned, development is due to changes in European economy. So some changes have happened. Now let's move to the last part. This event is highlighted by migrating some industries, especially labor-intensive ones, to lower production expenses, even if the production sited hundreds of thousands of kilometers away from the final assembly plant or away from the users. Which heading do you think makes sense here? It is talking about changes. It is talking about some event. So over the past 20 years, US shifted from stock economy to flow economy. It is talking about event. It is talking about changes. We have batches. Hunter, if you can tell me your name, I can address you with your name. We have batches starting every week. We have morning batches, we have evening batches, we have batches starting every week. It's a group batch of not more than 7 to 10. So we are not going to take 30 to 40 just like any corporate batch. We would restrict the number to 7 to 10 so that we can give you quality training. Yeah. Yes. I'll talk about the details of the batch right after this paragraph. So please stay tuned. And if you have any questions, you can ask. All right. So getting back to this paragraph, this event is highlighted by migrating some industries, labor intensive. So this is the change that has happened. And it has affected the transportation of goods. Now you tell me which heading matches with this paragraph, which talks about changes and which talks about migration. The first one, fresh and important long-term goal. No, it is not talking about any goal. Charging for roads and improving other transport methods. It's not talking about that either. Changes affecting the distances good may be transported. Yeah. Yes. Do you think? This one is making sense. Changes affecting the distances good. So some changes have taken place because it is saying over the past 20 years, EU has shifted from stock economy to flow, right? And at the end, it is saying even if the production site is hundreds of thousands of kilometers, the final assembly plant or away from users. Yeah. And if you look at all the headings, you will see third one makes the is very close to this. If you have any questions, please to ask. Changes affecting distances goods is talking about production site is hundreds of thousands of kilometers away. The final assembly plant or away from users. Yes, it is talking about the changes that is affecting distances good. I think some of you are talking about batches. So let me quickly take a, take you to batches and talk about the advantages of enrolling with VAC. Yeah. Basically, I will be your trainer and I come with an experience of more than 13 years. I am a certified trainer from British Council. I started my own and I'm here with Mr. Chakit from VAC. And we thought of doing the whole process with you together because you would require the IELTS training. So in the batches, it will be 20 hours of classes, which is Monday to Friday, 1 hour every day. There will be a weekly mock test. You can do more than one test. That is absolutely up to you. There will be speaking evaluations. I would say speaking will be almost every day. Then we have writing evaluations. Then we would be providing you study material, doubt solving sessions. Then we are doing grammar. Of course, if you are speaking and if you speak wrong English, yeah, of course, we are going to help you with the grammar. So grammar is almost every day. If you want, you can get the recorded sessions if you want to take a look at those sessions later, and you will get the certificate of completion if you want. Ideally, I feel that you need to practice directly from the Cambridge books. We are going to provide you the material. We are going to provide you the computer-based mock tests. And there is a New Year price drop, which is going to run until next week. The batch cost for the entire, all of these services is only 9,999. Yes. And another thing I would like to do is, there is a Google link here in the description. I would like you to go to the Google link and let me show you and kindly fill that form for us. It has some questions. So I'd like you to do or attend those questions. Here is the link. I'll share that link with you in the chat box, and I think that's coming in the chat box already. Help us with your details here. Yes. Yeah. I'm just letting you know that here also we have questions for reading. So it has no more than 3 words and or a number. You need to answer the questions here. Write the questions and answers to yourself, and then an essay. Submit your answer here. All right. Yeah. Yes, everybody. This is going to be like a demo. Once you have submitted your response to us, I will especially get in touch with you to provide you the feedback. No salesperson or anybody, only I. I'm a certified IELTS trainer. I will be helping you with exactly where you went wrong. We will discuss all the 4 answers, and then I will be checking your response. I will be checking your response. If you write an answer in an essay, what grammar mistakes does it have? How can it be improved? What are the points that you have missed, and how to write an effective answer? Because if you would like to see, you can check my profile. And maybe in the next class, I would like to bring on my testimonials from the students who have recently taken their test and have been have been scoring 7.5 bands overall or 8 bands overall. Yes. And if you would like to take a look at this, I do a very, very detailed correction of the task. Yeah. So if you share your answer on the PDF, it allows me to, mark the changes for you. And your correction will be done in a very, very detailed manner. And you will get a detailed feedback on your work. So if this is the kind of training that you're looking for, wherein you want study material, you want feedback for writing, you want feedback for speaking, you want grammar, which is a part of the IELTS course, because of course it's a language test. So it has everything. Plus the batch size is restricted to not more than 7 to 10 students. So you will, with each other, learn a lot. You will be given study material which you will practice, and in the next class you come back and take your doubts. So the batches are twice, as in we have 2 batches, one in the morning and one in the evening. Whichever one you're interested in, you can let us know through this form or when we will get in touch with you. So kindly fill the form. The link is in the description. Assam, sorry, I have no information about Duolingo. I have detailed information about IELTS because that's what I've been dealing with for last 15 years. So if you are looking for IELTS preparation, study material classes, and a personalized, customized feedback, because that is what you want. Yes. I'll go back to practicing the 3rd question and take a look. If this is the kind of quality training you're looking for, then you are at the right place. All right. 3rd paragraph looks very, very long. I think we're going to do CD, and then I would request you all to finish this question. The title is European Transport System, and you can find this paragraph easily on the internet as well. Please make a note of it. After C and D, I would ask you all to do rest of the questions yourself. And then when we meet next, which is Thursday, we have live every Monday and Thursday, twice a week. So these are your 2 days to meet me and take your doubts. Or you can also get in touch with me by filling the form, as I'm going to give you a call with your feedback, which is more likely like a demo. Okay. In this paragraph, we are going to read and we're going to see what the writer has written. The writer is mentioning strong economic growth anticipated in countries that are candidates to entry into the EU will raise traffic flow, especially road traffic. It is talking about road traffic. That's it. Do not read the whole paragraph. That is the strategy. That is the shortcut. We're not going to read the whole paragraph. Let's come down. Between 1990 and 1998, road traffic expanded by 19.4%, while rail traffic fell by 43.5%. Although this would help the expanded EU, which is on the verge higher than existing member states. Now tell me, which heading do you think it matches the best? At the start, it talked about strong economic growth. anticipated countries that are candidates. Countries that are candidates for entry into the EU. Which heading talks about countries? Which heading talks about countries? If you give it a read, you will see number 11. The heading number 11. Transport trends in countries awaiting EU admission is the answer for this. Yeah? Hmm. Yes. Any questions? Any questions? I can see a very good number of people who've come here as compared to my live first session. And today, we also, Mr. Sharma, Chakit Sharma, also received a lot of messages that, students are looking for more frequent live sessions. However, we will keep it only twice a week for now. And in fact, the next class is going to be on writing. So if you're looking for tips on writing or the latest topics, I think you should really join our next session on Thursday. Yeah. Now we are going to look at the fourth and the final question of the day. I think by now you have understood the strategies, how to align yourself with the IELTS. Do not go deep into the passages because you will end up wasting a lot of time. That is what students do. They come out of the exam room and they tell me, ma'am, I could not do the third passage because you did not practice enough. You did not practice the right way. The right way is to spend only 1.5 minutes per question. However, it says here, however, a new forced sustainable growth offers the chance to change EU's general transport policy. It is talking about a goal agreed by Gothenburg European Council must be obtained by combining environmental considerations. The ambitious goal, repetition of term is your keyword. Remember, goal, goal can only be fully accomplished by 2020, although the proposed measures are the first important step toward a sustainable transport system, which will take effect in 30 years. Oh my God, 2040. Which heading is talking about goal? Which heading is talking about future? 2040. If you see the first heading, a fresh and important long-term goal. It is talking about a long-term goal. 2040. Although we are coming very close to 2040 now, but this passage is pretty old. It is taken from Cambridge 10. And Cambridge 10 was released, you can say, approximately 5 to 6 years ago. So then it was 2040. And still it is a long-term goal. So which tells us that for this answer, the heading is number 1, a fresh and important long-term goal. All right. Should you have any questions, you can write it in the chat box. Please, please, please click on the Google link once again. Can we please mention the Google link here in the chat? Oh, yes, it's here. So please go to the description box. It says to enroll for IELTS classes, you need to fill this form. The moment you fill this form, you answer the questions for reading and writing. We will get in touch with you with the feedback. I will get in touch with you for the feedback. Yes. All right. So, on that note, I would like to thank you all for being present on this live. If you have any requests regarding what would you like to practice with us in the live sessions, we can make this half an hour very, very informative. Although the next class is already scheduled as writing, we will do 2 classes on writing this Thursday and next Monday, and then we will move to speaking and listening. Yes. So thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot for attending this session with us, and all the best. Hi, how was it?